Hello everyone, welcome back to Jenna Voice. Today I wanted to talk about doing your hair for auditions, as well as show you my go-to hairdo for auditioning. So when it comes to getting yourself ready for an audition and doing your hair, in the past I've heard people ask questions like, does it need to be completely up? What does it have to look like? The answer is no, it does not need to be completely up. I would say the two goals for your hair should be that it is, number one, out of your face. You don't want any hair falling into your face, particularly your eyes. And number two, you want it to just look nice. And depending on your hair type, depending on the length of your hair, that could mean a lot of different things. But for me, I have to say I really don't love styling it with heating products, that being curlers or straighteners. I do it occasionally when I have to and when it makes sense to for certain kinds of performances, or if there's an event I'm going to that I'm really in the mood to straighten my hair. But you may be able to tell from looking at my hair, it's gotten quite long now. But it's also really thick, and it just frankly takes so much time for me to style it with a straightener or a curling iron. It's like a 2-hour commitment, and when it comes to audition day, that is not how I want to be spending most of my time before an audition, is doing my hair. So the hairdo that I do most of the time for my auditions is really quick, it's easy, and it looks great every single time. For this hairdo, all you need is a headband. The one that I have has some embellishment on it on the main top part. I would recommend something similar to this, or maybe just a simple metal of some sort, something that just gives like a little shine or sparkle to your hair. And then this particular headband does have a thick sort of, it's almost a mini pillow, but really the function of this is to add some volume to your hair when you wear this, and this will make more sense when I put it into my hair and show you what I do with it. You don't necessarily need to get a headband that looks like this one. You can use a standard stretchy headband, but it needs to go completely around the head. It can't just be one that slides onto you. It needs to be a full circle headband, preferably the one that fits kind of snugly, but it still has some stretch to it. But this, if you can find one like this that has the thick sort of cushion on the underside, it might help you, particularly if you have thinner hair. This will make it look like it's thicker or longer than it actually is. So first thing that I do is take my clip out, take anything out that's already in your hair, and I like to just kind of move it over to, let's move this up. And I like to just kind of move it over to my natural part that I have. You can use a comb or just your fingernail to make a bit of a nicer, more defined line. It doesn't have to be perfect necessarily, but I just think it looks nice to have a little bit of a part here showing. And then what I do is I take my headband, and to start, I usually will put it up kind of bohemian style. It's not gonna stay this way very long, but I think when you start doing the hairstyle, it's easier to put it here. So I have, of course, the embellished side up on the front of my forehead, and the thick, cushiony end is at the base of my head or my hair. But it's still on top of all of my hair. I haven't tucked it underneath the bottom of all of my hair. And that is because I'm going to be wrapping it. So this process is pretty simple. It might take a little bit of practice to get used to, but essentially all that I do is I take like 1-inch sections and I wrap it backwards and I let it sit. And then I I usually alternate the left and right side just to make sure my headband stays centered. But of course, the side that has the part, this being my right side, this has less hair on it. So you'll get to the back of the right side before you will to the left side because I have more hair over here. Anyway, but I just continue to do that same thing. And then since I just wrap it once and kind of let it sit, I will be grabbing some of the pieces that I've already wrapped once with some new pieces. So it kind of just layers very nicely. Yeah. After a couple of wraps, usually this is when I will move the top of the headband. Now, exactly where you want to put it is kind of up to you. I usually like just a little bit of volume in front. You'll still see enough of the headband. You don't need to see the entire thing straight head on, but it'll shine through bits here and there, which is, I think, a nice look. But you can set it however you like on top of your head, especially depending on your hair type and how much you have. So I'm just gonna complete this process until I have gotten all the way to the back and I've wrapped all of the hair. Okay, so I have wrapped all of the length of my hair. It's not done yet. As you can see, you'll get some pieces that will likely kind of move around as you're wrapping your hair. So all you need to do now is take some bobby pins and pin the pieces at the top that you want to kind of just smooth out a little bit. And then if your hair is long and thick like mine, it's not probably going to stay in the headband on its own. So I will add just reinforcement pins around kind of the top of where the headband is, but all the hair is sitting, kind of folding into, if that makes sense. So I don't know if I'll get all the pieces because I don't have the best lighting in here, but you'll get the gist. So just looking for all of the loose pieces up top, and then I will gradually, starting from the top again, pin down pieces around the roll of hair to help it stay in place and not have to worry about any big pieces falling out while I'm singing my audition. Because that is stress we don't need, honey. All right, so I think I have most of the loose pieces tied down, and my hair feels pretty secure inside of the headband now. I'd say one of the best parts about this hairstyle is it doesn't need to look perfect. Like, you can have like little pieces kind of just looking looser here and there, depending on how curly your hair is, or whatever kind of style you're into or wanting to emulate. It's flexible. It does not need to look perfect. I will show you guys the back, what that looks like now. I'm sure you're gonna see a ton of bobby pins, but just keep in mind, nobody's gonna see the back of your head when you go into an audition. They're just gonna be looking at the front side of you. So even if you have bobby pins showing, I don't think it's the biggest deal. And if you need to check in the back when you are doing your hair, if you don't have anybody with you who can look for you, just kind of feel around. it's pretty easy to feel when you have loose pieces out and about. Also, you can just take a picture of the back of your head too and see on your phone if you need to tie anything down or anything looks kind of just askew. So like I said, sorry the lighting was not the best for me to look for all of the imperfections that you're probably seeing in my hair that I can't see. But I hope this is a good visual, a good tutorial of an easy, quick hairdo. Frankly, this takes 10 minutes or less depending on how long your hair is. Oh, and then also when I'm done, I will spray it down with some hairspray just to prevent any flyaways. But really, I love how easy this is, how clean and put together it looks. It goes with any audition outfit, I will say, especially if you find one that has silver or gold at the top particularly. It looks classic, it goes with everything. It's amazing. So if any of you have tried this haircut if any of you have tried this hairdo or tried after watching this and you really liked it, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear about your experience trying it out, and give it a thumbs up if you really liked this hairdo. Like I said, I'm all about whatever's simple and easy and looks great. So as always, please make sure you're subscribed so you keep up with more videos like this one, and I will talk to you all very, very soon. Bye.